What's up, guys? We are back here at the MVP show live in Boca Raton, Florida at Podcast Junkies. Thank you, my man Ben, for getting it going. Exciting week. We're going to dive into it because we do have a special guest that is currently waiting for us on live stream. But next to me is the owner of MVP. He is known as Sweiss. Look at how excited he is to be here.
Ready
Look at
to go.
The thrill and energy is absolutely astounding. Next to him is, of course, bringing the energy and most likely tormenting Simon and Sweiss throughout this podcast is Mons.
Yo, what's going on?
Without an energy drink. Crazy.
Yeah.
This is very, very insane. But today we have a special guest for us. Simon, get excited. Look at how thrilled you are right now. We have a special, it's not Sugar Sean O'Malley. You'd definitely expect it would be, but it is Pickem Petey, who is even better.
There we go, brother.
Oh, you got an energy drink. There you go. You're pumped.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
You're locked in. Love it. But thank you for joining us, Petey. You go by Petey or Pete?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thank you for joining us here at the MVP show. As a fellow D-Gen, we are happy to have you on, but I know you have limited time. You're a busy man, but would love to dive into it. Tell us a little bit more about you and, how you got into sports betting and everything. I'd love to hear your story.
Not really a choice as much as a calling. Stumbled into the casino one day in my teenage years, walked out a different human, and that's never going to change. Actually, I found an offshore topbet.eu. Don't anyone use this, but my buddy found it when we were like 22 years old. It was before, DraftKings and everything was legal. And we scrounged up like $500 to hammer the Bills on Thanksgiving. And they were big underdogs. We went spread, we went money line, we put it all down, ran it up, couldn't withdraw the funds, of course, because it was a scam. We turned that 500 into like 10K just because of the recklessness that we had, knowing we're never going to withdraw that money. We
Look at that.
20x every single Thanksgiving. If the Bills play, we just put it all down.
There we go. I mean, honestly, that's the best way of doing it. I feel like the most random shit will probably hit at this point.
Exactly.
But no, that's awesome, man. So where are you based out of? Because you said offshore, and there's not too many legal books. But where are you based out of, brother?
I'm in New York City. I was in Buffalo. Grew up in Buffalo. That's why I'm a Bills fan. But I've been in New York City for like 8 years now.
Okay, awesome. How do you like it over there?
Love it. Wouldn't change it.
Really? I know that. Well, we have fellow Jerseys.
Yeah.
I'm Connecticut, so I'm right there
We're
too.
all Northeast.
We're tri-state, baby.
Now down in Fort Lauderdale, Boca, Miami area.
Yeah. No, it's like sports betting. Once you get in, you can't get out. It's the same thing with Manhattan. I can't leave anymore.
Well, we were talking about it previously too. At least up in New York City, you have a ton of professional, sports over there. You have MLB, you have NHL, you have everything. So you have football down here in South Florida as well. We have the whole mecca of every single professional sport. So it's easy if you're a classic D-Gen to be constantly involved in all professional sports. Which brings me to my next question. What is your sport, Petey? What are you an overall capper of every sport, or do you specialize in one specific sport that you like? What do you like, Petey?
I'm a big three guy, but this is my time to shine. I'm MLB.
There we go.
I've had years where I've done a slightly higher ROI in NFL, but just because of the volume of MLB, I'm definitely doing the most units during MLB season than any other. And in terms of like my online capper presence, it's definitely the biggest with MLB because it's a smaller pond. There's fewer people that are really getting into the MLB games. Obviously, in my videos, I'm talking more high level than the actual research and analysis we're doing for our plays, but love MLB. Was a baseball player. That's kind of been the sport I've connected with the most. And I just think it's the most untapped market, if that's even possible on major sports now. It's the most untapped market. You're still finding like pretty significant edges on player props in the MLB just because of how bad the public is. So I love getting into MLB. I love diving into the matchup analysis and just finding mispriced lines. It's the simplest, most purest form of sports betting, in my opinion. You're genuinely like picking games, picking spots, whereas you have to get a lot deeper into the other sports now just because of how saturated the markets are.
Yeah, you kind of just nailed it, at least for me, because I know one of my buddies does play professional baseball, and he told me that at least MLB is the most unpredictable sport to bet on. But what you're saying is there's different angles for player props. Do you think that's a angle, or at least to be more profitable in handicapping, is player props? That's where you make the majority of your money with MLB?
Yeah, with MLB, I'd say that you're seeing massive discrepancies between books, that doesn't necessarily mean that lines are good, but it means that because of how weak the public is, people that understand what's going on can still get good prices even on retail books. It's going to be the most predictable. You'll never see a money line in the MLB more than like minus 400 just because it's the MLB and it takes a couple swings for the game to change. So it's not about, oh, we're going to have a 5-unit play on this individual game because this game's a sure thing. It's just we're going to trust the edge, and with a good amount of volume, you're going to come out profitable.
No, that's interesting. I know, he's very talkative today, but Simon is a big NFL guy, and he's
Matt's our baseball guy of the group here.
I'm a big baseball guy myself, Petey. I played pretty competitively all up through my younger years and whatnot. What props do you like to look for specifically, if you don't mind me asking? Like, is it total bases? Is it runs and plus RBIs? Like, what are you looking for to prop wise?
So in the past, I haven't been as heavy on hitter props. We've had a great start to the season on hitter props. I think we're 10-2 now, which is kind of a crazy run to begin it, but definitely heavier on pitcher props. If I'm doing hitter props, I generally lean towards hits, runs, ribs, just because there's a little bit more opportunity for a read to come through. Like, you can say this guy matches up well against this pitcher. This guy's had a lot of success against this pitcher. I think he squares this pitcher up, and it's one line out and he gets walked twice in a deep fly ball. Obviously you can still get screwed in any spot, but with hits, runs, ribs, you have more opportunity for the read to come through. If he's getting walks, there's still the opportunity to score. There's still the opportunity for RBIs even on a walk. So that's generally what I lean towards in terms of hitting props. Pitching props, I like the over-unders on strikeouts, walks, and outs. Outs recorded is usually pretty strong just because you get better lines there. And even understanding, the obviously the multiples of 3 are going to be the most important, but understanding when one out, buying an out or getting an extra out on a line shift is extra valuable just because of flow of the game, bullpen availability, things like that. There's a lot more that factors into how long a pitcher is going to go than just their performance. So you can find an edge, in my opinion, on bullpen availability when it comes to predicting a pitcher's over under on out total, understanding what their pitch count is going to be more so than he's going to have a good game, he's going to have a bad game.
So you see a spot where a team's coming off throwing their number 4 or their number 5, and he got shelled. He's getting taken out in 3rd, 4th inning. So it's going to be a heavy bullpen game for them. They have a game the very next day. You're most likely taking would most likely be their number 1 on the mound, his over on the outs.
I mean, generally, obviously that's straightforward enough that it's probably going to be baked in. But maybe somewhere in between that, maybe it's a unsuspectingly tough game for the one. Maybe it's kind of a little backlog of, well, the bullpen wasn't overly used yesterday, but the 3 days prior, they kind of were used heavily. So don't expect much from the bullpen. And it would be ideal if the bullpen played less and you're up against a spot where they're not walking that much. It's kind of a free swinging team. So you can probably get through 6 on 95 pitches from a guy that eats innings a little bit, throws a few more pitches, and even spotting unders where it's like, well, they're not going to let DeGrom throw 85 pitches in this game.
Yeah.
Just the inverse of that as well.
So, Petey, in terms of we're talking about different types of bets and stuff, what do you tell your clients regarding like line shopping and stuff? We're here in Florida. We have a lot of guys in Texas and California. Florida, we only have Hard Rock, so I'm on about like 10 different offshores. What is your take for your clients regarding just line shopping and finding that value? What do you preach for them? Is there certain apps, platforms, offshore, onshore? What's your thing?
Yeah, I mean, I always say, people ask me, what's your favorite book? There is no favorite book. I'm going to say Profit X a lot because that's the most available exchange, the best lines, the best liquidity, and usually exchange is going to win. But for an individual play, the best book is the one with the best price. So I'm always sending out the play, and I'll say, we got this on Profit X at minus 111, and that's where we're playing it. And I'll link them to the book. I'll link them to everything. I say, we got backups. I understand you're in Florida, you're in Pennsylvania, something like that. We've got backups for everything, and it's going to be offshores. But I kind of handle that like I'm a concierge. I say, like, this is the line we got, and this is the best book for that line. If you can't do it, hit me up. I've got something for you. I'm going to handle that. If I'm giving you plays, I'm going to give you the play, the line, the unit size, and all the analysis, not just, I like this.
Yeah, I love that. We're the same way here at MVP.
Gotta be.
Yeah, no. Well, Simon's laryngitis is getting up to him right now, but sorry about that. But that's exciting news for us, at least. I mean, I'm more of a combat sports buff, so I always like line shopping in terms of at least offshore, onshore.
I mean, we've seen that mispricing at Hard Rock crazy.
There's been tons of mispricing. So, I mean, in terms of clients, I know that's something we do as well in terms of at least making sure that our clients are getting the best line of, the best price, best bang for their buck, I like to say. And that's something that's very big for us. But in terms of your experience in sports betting, it all started at a very young age for you, Petey? Did it just, that's where it all became? You're like, you know what? My life is born to be a degenerate.
Yeah, exactly. I think I was playing, I don't know if you guys ever played the game Ace Deuce, but
no.
basically card game, 2 cards. So I played travel baseball when I was like 16. We got like $8 per diem to buy food or whatever, but you spend 4 of that, you keep 4. We play this game, Ace Deuce. You flip 2 cards, so you get a 3 and a king. You're trying to go between it. Some people call the game between the sheets. Maybe that's it. But you're trying to bet between. And if you get a 3, you get a king. You pay double. You get an ace or a deuce. You pay, you miss. You're trying to hit in between. That game, just trying to go between the sheets, between the 2 cards. We would play that every single second we weren't on the field. And that was where it began for me. Then I was like, yeah, I'll bet on anything. We're doing rock, paper, scissors for
boy.
whatever it is.
I don't know why, but I thought of the Squid Games thing where they throw the fucking thing down.
God,
I don't know. I was like,
I love that show. So,
Beyond that.
Petey, going off of that, we would love to hear your most like degen bet or biggest bet that cashed, and then like your worst beat ever. I'm sure you have a few, but is there any 2 that come top of mind to you right now?
Couple spots. So I used to play like aggressive online poker and way out of my limit. No
understandable
whatsoever. Don't recommend it. And
We've all been there.
I took a long break. I was like, I'm done. But there was maybe, I don't know, 7,500 in the account that I couldn't withdraw for whatever reason, and I excluded myself from the site before I could withdraw it. So there's like a 6-month wait period. I came back on. I was like, all right, I gotta get through the playthrough real quick. So I played like, I don't know, 75, 150. So full bankroll on the table right away. And I doubled quickly, and then I had a 30K hand right there. Got it all in with the flush against, or with the top pair against a couple deuces. There's one out on the river that wouldn't give me a flush and would give him his trips. Lost it. That was my worst beat ever.
Wow, I'd be so
30K
pissed
on a 2%er. So I think my equity in that was like 29K.
Wow.
But yeah, lost that one. Most degen action. I had 100-1 NFL Sunday parlay that I hedged on the final leg. Discussed it with myself. It was when the Chiefs lost to the Packers on Sunday Night Football last year. So
I remember. Yeah, I remember that game. That was awesome.
That was the final leg, and I hedged with the Chiefs, so I didn't cash that much. I hedged with the Chiefs, but I had the Packers were the final leg of the 100-1. It was like 8-leg money line parlay or whatever it was. Those are the 2 that come to mind. The biggest regret was not being man enough to let it ride, and then just the suck out on probably the biggest hand I'd played in cash poker.
Wow.
Now, you said not being man enough to let it ride, but when you're, teaching your clients and giving them advice, you're always going to tell them to hedge, correctly?
My advice would be never tail my 100-1.
There you go.
Fair enough.
I'll hedge futures. We're not really going to do a lot of parlays that are in a position where it's worth hedging, but we'll hedge futures. Usually I'm going to have a couple futures out. I had the Rangers to win the World Series. We made it a 5-unit play at plus 1,200.
Holy
and then I had
shit.
A couple sprinkles going in. I had a couple sprinkles going into the series or into the beginning of the playoffs, but we went to the World Series with like a small hedge, like because we could afford putting 5 units.
Of course,
being relatively small. But that's the biggest cash, I would say.
And what are you like an MLB awards futures guy? Cy Young's, Rookie of the Years, all
Garrett
that?
Crochet, Cy Young.
Okay.
Nothing else. Garrett Crochet, Cy Young at plus 550, which almost threw a no-hitter on Sunday.
I'm a Sox fan, so I was watching.
Love him. And I'm sorry to cut short. I actually do have to bounce on this right now. But if I could leave you with one thing,
leave us with something.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It would be double down on that Garrett Crochet play. Red Sox to win the AL East, which kind of goes hand in hand on that. Mets World Series plus 1,100. You're probably still getting like 9-1, I would say, and I would still take it at that. And then when September 30th rolls around, I'm going to hammer something. So look out for the tweet.
Perfect. We'll stay in touch. Thank you so much, Petey, for joining us. And we'll stay in touch. And we'll love to hear more future MLB bets because I suck at betting at it. So we'd love to have your expertise. So thank you.
All right, fired up.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, brother.
Have a good one, Petey.
Cheers.
What a great guy.
Sugar Sean.
He knows
Sugar
his
Sean.
fucking MLB.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a big baseball buff. I love it.
Oh, God.
So what do you think about his expertise and knowledge?
Oh,
Spot
he's
on.
probably got, at least in terms of the betting knowledge, more than I do on the sport. Like I'm a super fan of baseball, but you can tell he's like analytically
He's definitely one of the few that like specializes in it, which
Yeah.
I respect because there's not that many people who are doing MLB because
Yeah.
it's such a long season.
Well, it's a long season. It's unpredictable.
But your season is long too for UFC, but it's only once a
It's
week.
not even season. It's fucking every
Well, it's
single
all year,
week. It's
yeah.
all year. So I mean, it's not really. I mean, it's different because you have people fighting consistently throughout the year. They have teams and players that are going to be. Yeah, it's different. But yeah, no, it was a very interesting topic because MLB is so unpredictable, and to hear someone
He's a little more or a lot more energetic on his videos. He's very war on Vegas. If we had more time, we would have dived into it. He's very energetic. On
He
his
like
videos.
jumps off tables and shit.
Yeah,
right?
and he was a little more laid back today, so it was good to see that side of him. And for his folks that'll be watching this, I'm excited.
Yeah, no, I'm happy he came on. So that was very insightful. Would love to have spoke to him longer. That'd have been cool, right?
We'll get him back.
We'll get him back.
He's a baseball guy. We'll need some content to fill for baseball.
Yeah, we
so.
will.
There you go. There you go. All right, yeah, it was a great weekend, boys. You want to? We'll start with a slow recap. How was your weekend?
Well, haven't been betting, so that's been good, I guess. Masters, we watched together Sunday. Loved that.
How do you feel? All right, we'll dive into that. How do we feel? You called it, Matt.
I was pumped.
He did call it.
called it.
I wanted it. It happened. I have never seen a bar get that excited for a golf tournament ever.
We should talk about the sound thing though, because it's starting to really piss me off with these bars.
No, I will say South Florida really. I went on a little rant about the food for sports bars down here, but this spot up in Delray, Bounce, they got the food down. Their food is spot on, but the sound, we got to get more sound all throughout sports bars down here. I'm sorry, but there is no reason that I should be listening to like what's SoundCloud remixes.
It's like Come On Eileen and whatever the fuck else they were
while
playing.
Rory's fucking hitting his shot on 16, the fucking best snap hook we've ever seen like a golfer hit, and I can't listen to Jim Nantz call it. Speaking of, probably Jim Nantz's best call of all time, with Rory has his masterpiece. Gonna go down in the history books as one of his best calls ever.
He kills it. He's still got another 11 years left.
it.
We'll see how long he does NFL, but that was exciting. Ray, did you put any bets in on golf?
I did put it on Rory, but I'm done. I'm done betting.
Oh, you're on the me train. So last up is him on this
Yeah,
this
I'm done.
trio.
That's because I really don't bet much.
Yeah, well, that's
probably.
smart though. Very
Yeah.
smart of Matt. I think I'm going to take a break from betting. I was also at Bounce for fucking UFC, and one thing I did complain is you have the main event and they're not fucking putting any of the sound on, and I'm watching it go boom, boom, blaring. I'm like, this is a fucking great event right now. You had fucking Patty Pimlet versus Michael Chandler.
He had a nice walkout. He had a nice walkout song. I was at our local hijinks Saturday, and they had the sound on.
Yeah, they had the Heads Will Roll. He came out to it.
And then he like remixed something. I don't know. I love the UFC walkouts, and I love the crowd there Saturday. But
Miami was big. You had Trump there. You had basically his whole cabinet was
I
there.
was gonna say Elon was there too, right?
Elon was
the
right next to
entire
Trump.
Oval Office fucking goes to
Yeah,
these fights.
yeah. Cash Patel was there.
His son was there.
His son-
Elon's
Yeah,
son
there
was
he
there.
is.
Hell
He
yeah.
was on his shoulders.
The whole time.
Hold on,
Yeah,
I gotta grab a
How
water.
fucking
I'm gonna.
Oh, let me get that for you, Simon.
Oh,
Let me
wow.
get that.
Oh,
for
what
you.
a gentleman here.
Simon just freaks out. He just needs water all of a sudden. So yeah, no. Unfortunately, yeah, it wasn't the best day.
So who did you have bets on, Ray? Tell the people.
Well, I had Chandler for a dog. Unfortunately, he didn't perform.
I'm
that
honestly,
well.
I know you love the guy. He seems like a great guy, but my God, the last two fights I've watched for him.
Well, I think it's he's 38 now, going 39. He's been through enough wars. He's been fighting for over fucking a decade. It's funny, they did a statistic where Chandler was currently still fighting, and I think it was Volkanovski, Alex Pereira haven't even started their martial arts career, and Michael Chandler was already a couple fights in. So he's been at it for a minute. I think his body's starting to really, it's starting to take a toll, regardless of whatever's said or not. But yeah, I think it's time for him to.
The last one was Oliveira, right? Because I remember I think we watched that one together, and it was
only he can tell. But from what I've witnessed, I mean, it's tough to watch as a person that knows him. And yeah.
So what's your take, Ray, on Patty Pimlet coming up? Just who's he gonna fight next? Like he's got that showmanship, bro. I think he really really embraced the stage, and I was excited to see that UFC having that.
Yeah, no, it was good. I think he showed out. I think it's going to be a tough test in the top 5. That's who he called out. Chandler, Chandler's a tough fight, but unfortunately,
I think it would have been nice to see Patty Pimlet versus Michael Johnson.
Yeah, I mean that would have been a solid one. I think Patty Pimlet versus like anyone in the. I think him versus Dustin Poirier would be a badass fight. I think him versus Dustin would be cool, but Dustin would have to agree to that. He's an OG in the sport, and to fight somebody who really doesn't have too much uprising. I mean, outside of maybe a payday. So no, it's interesting for Patty Pimlet. Volkanovski won the main event, so he's now the champion. That was a vacated title, Diego Lopez.
Why were they letting the Chandler fight go so long? I feel like there was a lot of blood. Like, for people who don't really watch, what's your understanding of why they didn't call it earlier?
No, it's as blood doesn't mean shit. It's about it's realistically about control and domination. He was getting dominated. And I honestly, the stoppage wasn't the issue.
Oh, okay. I'm just like looking at casual fans at the bar, being like, "Why the fuck haven't they stopped this?" That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, I mean, he was busted up, but that's part of the sport.
Yeah.
He was fighting back and trying to defend himself. It was a tough one to watch. He really looked helpless, but. Until he started pouring it on him, then when he started raining down the elbows and 6 to 9s, fucking dropping him right down for it, I was like, all right,
blood was just spewing. I was like, Jesus,
that's enough.
So is Miami now like a UFC staple spot? It seems like it. It seems like Dan White's pushing it.
It's broken every single record.
Wow.
Top that Kasaya Center now holds the top 3 spots for attendance and records and ticketing.
Stop it. It's beaten any of the
like
Vegas
MSG
UFCs?
and.
Oh no! In that center, Kasai Center, not Vegas.
I'm confused. I thought you were saying the top 3 UFC attendances has become
at Kasaya Center, the center.
So they've beaten UFC's attendance in Vegas.
No, has nothing. The center, just
like Miami Heat games and stuff.
That
yeah.
center. That's
what I thought you were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. And the Heat has had NBA championships.
Well, that is also because they can put more seats in, right?
No, I mean listen. When the Heat was fucking had LeBron, they beat out the tickets.
True.
Not just the Kasai Center of the name itself, but just that overall stadium. They've broken. They're the top now. It's UFC. I forgot what it is.
I'd love to have like
top
3 events
UFC.
a year here. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, they're not going to do that but 2 events a year would be cool.
That'd be good.
But
we're getting big names though.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, so far the past 3 events Miami has held has been fucking huge. I didn't go to the past 2, but I went to the first one with who was it?
But you've been going to PFL.
I have been going to PFL. Yeah, Matt was with me.
PFL was cool.
Yeah, we're
was very
cage side.
cool.
It was cool.
Saw someone barely get away from getting absolutely murdered. Yeah. I forgot who. Ray would know, but some guy just fucking in the middle of his fight just jumped up and Superman punched, and the dude rolled away at the last minute, or else he would have gotten a fist to the face.
Yeah, that's in Orlando. I'll be there this week as well too.
They got a couple more I know in Orlando, right?
Well, no, not necessarily. Not PFL. So those are 2 different organizations, but PFL itself is fun, man. It's more of an experiential event per se. It's very close and intimate. As if UFC, you're going to be fucking 20 bleachers down, paying $500 for nosebleeds and being like fucking binoculars going, wow, that was crazy. PFL, you're actually fucking seeing it up close in person. But of course, the marketability and the fighters are a little different.
Yeah.
So
I like this Pimlet kid now, though. I feel like I'm.
Are they going to push him to be one of the faces?
They already have. This was kind of like the breakout.
Should we expect the sugar treatment for him?
Oh yeah, he's been getting the sugar treatment, and but it's just unfortunate because he's in a tough fucking weight class.
Yeah.
He's the lightweight is probably the toughest mix. So, but you have a bunch of killers in marketability. So regardless of whatever fight he gets matched up with, it's going to be interesting. And regardless, UFC will make a lot of money now with this motherfucker.
Yeah, he's a cocky motherfucker, so we love it.
Yeah, I mean he could talk the shit because he could back it up. So he's having fun out there. So props to him and everything. So
hey, UFC's crushing.
You love him now, right?
Patty?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love what the UFC's doing. Not trying to compete with the NFL, putting it Saturday night, prime time, get fucking people excited.
Are you a UFC
When's the last
guy
time you
now?
let NFL's dick out of your mouth?
I don't know. You and
Are you a
the
UFC
baseball.
guy now?
Unbelievable.
You a UFC guy?
I love it. It's once a week on Saturday night. It's fucking easy.
Yeah, it is.
They don't compete with the NFL ever.
So ever since meeting me, you were like, yeah, UFC's the thing now. It's cool.
I mean, it's great, dude. I mean, it's once a week. It's easy.
Hey, man, I've like I said,
I
it's a
love
great
Bruce
sport.
Buffer. He fucking kills it. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking watch paint dry in baseball or a 15-1 fucking deficit yesterday for your Red Sox. That was
Yeah, it was a bad game. So then you turn on a different game.
Yeah.
Wait, you're a Red Sox fan?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I know, but he's rocking a Mets hat.
I
right
go
now.
for if I like the
Yeah.
hat. The only thing I won't wear is anything Yankees. That's it.
It's fair.
That's fair.
If I like the color, the style, the side patch, if I like it, I get it.
Would you go Red Sox then Mets?
Honestly, yeah, just because of how much I fucking hate the Yankees.
Fair.
The Mets seeing the Mets do well and knowing that it just infuriates Yankee fans makes me ecstatic. So like last year when the Red Sox weren't in the playoffs and the Mets were making their run for the World Series, I was all in on them.
Yeah.
I was all in on anybody but the Yankees, but I wanted the Mets.
I honestly hate all New York sports teams
Why?
except the Nets, but they're not really New York, Brooklyn.
It's kind of a bold statement. New York.
They're almost as bad as Philly people, and that will get me going.
I mean, listen, I don't mind trashing Philly fans, but fucking New York fans.
They haven't won shit. They got 2 teams for every sport. It's pretty. Boston fucking wins everything.
The Yankees are literally the most decorated baseball team of all time. Now, I know you hate them, Matt, but they literally are.
Well, we're talking about championships from a long time ago.
Well, still.
I'm looking at I mean, they had the '90s when we were babies.
Boston is too, though. I got to give it. Boston is.
I mean, they win like every other year.
Celtics are currently.
But we'll dive into the Patriots talk. That'll be a discussion.
Can't
But
wait.
don't you hate them?
No, I don't hate them.
All right, I was gonna say I thought you were a big.
No, I actually bet on them a lot.
It's gonna be an interesting coming up, but
He's got a real fucking problem with the NFL.
Right now I do because there's nothing to talk about.
There's a lot more than baseball to talk about.
Mock drafts.
yeah.
Where's Travis Hunter gonna go?
Yeah. All right, we got the draft
Where's
coming up.
Shedeur Sanders gonna go?
We got the draft coming up right now, Simon. What do you think's going on here?
Get the star out.
It's funny because
Fucking ready to go.
I only see this fucking guy now on Tuesdays. We used to be close, and now we don't talk anymore. We just
I'm driving Uber,
fucking-
bro. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I only talk to him on these days. So this is right, Ben. What the fuck is this? Anyway, Simon, tell me more about you and your life, since it's the only time I talk to you on this podcast. What'd you do over the weekend, bud?
Uber, which is still occurring. Then UFC fight and Masters, and that was about it.
Anyway, Matt, how's
I
was your
I
weekend?
was a PFL.
Yeah.
Brightline to Orlando Friday.
How'd you like the Brightline? Great.
Brightline was great.
The premium food
Florida,
looked really good that you posted.
Florida has
Phenomenal.
killed it. Florida has killed it with the Brightline. I stole a $15 sandwich from the Brightline
Jesus.
station. Yep.
Good shit.
I saw that price tag and I said, nope.
Why
And I
are you
walked.
stealing it?
Well worth it.
I'm not paying $15 for a sandwich.
Is it better than NJ Transit?
Oh my God, night and day.
But you're such a big Jersey guy. I thought you can't get good sandwiches down here.
There's a lot more better sandwiches up in Jersey.
Nah, What's Up will do it.
That's one sandwich down
Shout out Ben for knowing our guy at What's Up.
Yeah, well,
That
I had
was a very random
Alfredo
pivot.
Yeah,
I had to pivot to that
Super
because
random.
I fucking, this is random, but I fucking hate people in Jersey and New York. I think the food's the best. They come down to Florida, they're like, oh, it's pretty good here. It's like, yeah. I had fucking somebody in Denver, Colorado once tell me they had the best seafood of their life in Denver. It's obviously
Well, I'll
shipped
be
in.
honest with you. I don't believe them, and they
Yeah,
lost
yeah,
all
that's
credibility.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
But
nuts.
you're insane.
I hope he actually watches this and hears that.
You're insane if you think that the
I hope
food
you
down here
debate
is-
me, random person who thinks
naturally
seafood
better.
in Colorado is
I don't
good.
think it's naturally better.
If you're going to go somewhere for a good meal, everyone's going to say somewhere up north.
Yeah.
for a good meal.
If you are from the tri-state area and you move down here and someone says like, I want good food.
I still say food up north is better.
Yeah.
I still think that.
That's-
Agreed.
I would say overall it's better, but
There you go. That's
are
what I
you
gotta
really
say.
really limiting the quality of food that you're getting down here? Probably not.
Am I eliminating it?
Or like limiting, like you could still get great food.
Sure
down
you
in
can.
South
I didn't
Florida.
say you couldn't, but
Yeah.
the better food is up north.
So, well, you gave
Which
me
we all
one.
just
You gave me
agreed on.
one deli to check out while I was up there.
And it was I gave you two. I gave you Sorrento's and I gave you
I'll go to
Pasquarello's.
Sorrento's next month.
All right, guys. So our new
Yeah, we're
segment
talking
is going to
food.
be MVP food picks. So we could
Simon
the
being
segment-
difficult about
And-
eating.
Yeah.
There's more Ray, you know.
What's
there's more.
yeah, no. I mean, there's so much good Jewish food no one has ever said ever in their life. So I mean, unfortunately, after what is it, Sebastian Maniscalco, after a bagel with lox,
That was hilarious.
What do you got? You know, after
That was funny
after
as fuck.
breakfast, there's no cuisine.
He's
So,
hilarious.
Yeah. But all right, let's dive back into sports and why we're a podcast. So we got the NBA playoffs coming up. Interesting lineup here. I know prior was the Lakers before the Luka trade was a plus 4,000 or something like that.
What is it now?
To win? It's like what fucking plus like 1,100, something crazy. So
And they got a legit shot. They got the 3 seed. They're playing Minnesota. I'd love to see them. Warriors playing in the play-in tonight. I'd love to see the Warriors win, get the 7, beat Houston, play the Lakers. That's what the people want to see.
yeah, that's what you.
That'd be a
want to
great series. I mean, yeah, that's a nostalgia for the NBA. I mean, that's what they need. They don't have those like faces, you know.
see. So you think Golden State's going to win today?
The 7-point favorites over the Grizzlies. I think they'll win at home. They'll clinch the 7, play Houston, beat Houston in 6, and then play the Lakers in the second round. It'll be one of the best series we'll ever see in our life. That's my take on it.
You think
Lakers Warriors will be one of the best series we'll ever see in our life in a second round series.
And who do you think wins that series?
I'm biased. I love LeBron, but the Warriors. I mean, that's gonna go 7.
Like you'd kiss LeBron if he was in person?
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you do if it's just like 4 blowouts?
That's not happening.
Like you're so hyped up for this series.
You know what? Speaking of series, that's not happening. 1, number 2, the East is fucking dog shit. The East playoffs is gonna be horrible. I will not watch the East playoffs. I don't even care if it's the East Finals, Celtics, Cavs, because the Celtics are gonna run through the East and fucking blow everybody out. That's my take.
Do you agree with that?
They
Matt?
will lose 2 games max in the play.
Matt,
East
you're
playoffs.
shaking your head, brother. and-
because there's no point in
Should we do a bet on it,
disagreeing. There
Ray?
go.
Should we do a little
Matt-
wager?
Matt
a little
wants- Matt's
competition?
very-
I don't wager with credit,
Not
Simon.
with credit. I'm saying like an actual bet.
What's the no? Well,
Like you got
Simon,
shotgun beers or
you
something.
are
Come on.
You are driving Uber right now because of sports.
No.
betting.
I'm saying like shotgunning beers, getting eggs tossed at you. What do you think? What do you something?
Like hit in the
What
head
is
with a
the
metal
bet?
baseball.
I don't
bat?
know. you think of it, right?
I don't know.
He's the
Hit in the head with a metal baseball bat.
your problem is
hit in the
that.
head. Jesus.
I don't know.
So if you think that the
Give me the
Celtics,
leg. I'll take it.
I know you have not watched that much NBA this year. Not saying I have, but
No,
I know
I have
you
not.
have not.
That's a fact.
So, if you are that confident that the Celtics will just steamroll the East,
I
how
do.
many losses do they have up until the finals? Last year, FanDuel put out a bet saying the Celtics will go undefeated in the playoffs.
No.
Jesus
I'm not going to
Christ.
say that.
They did have that option,
I would not
and
go
then they
that
lost
far.
like the third game of the playoffs.
I'll say 3 or 2.5. We'll go over under 2.5.
Over,
or
under
no,
2.5?
no, 3.5.
That they
Because
do-
I'm going to go under 3.5.
You can't just bump up.
Yeah,
a
you
game
just
like
fucking
that.
bought yourself a point, and I'm still giving you minus
Yeah,
110.
You're buying teasers now. Jesus Christ! All right, now it's the minus.
So you
but-
think the Celtics will win?
So 3 series
will
in the
lose-
East.
Yeah.
Not the finals. 3 series.
Yeah, East.
They will lose a maximum of 3 games.
I mean,
That's my take.
I'm not but I don't want to bet against my team. I just disagree with you that I
All
don't
right.
think they're going to
We won't bet
steamroll
it.
it.
But we have it on recording.
I think they'll lose more than 3.
I could.
You're
I'm not-
really
I don't
high on
think-
Cleveland.
because they're good.
They got a first-time head coach with that team who hasn't won shit, and a bunch of young, very young players. Same with the Thunder and the Rockets, very young teams. I don't know why people think these young teams are just going to come out of the fucking woodworks and win. You got to have some veterans. Look at Dallas last year. Yes, they had Luka, but Kyrie, fucking guys, won a finals. Literally hit a game-winning shot in the finals.
After this year of sports in general and what has transpired, I don't doubt anything.
Yeah,
anymore.
like, just-
I
I
don't
We
gotta
just
go
had
with the
4
chalk.
1 seeds. Yeah, I'm saying the
I just-
chalk of
yeah, you-
Boston. They're fucking
Technically,
chalky.
the chalk is going to be on the Cavs.
Yeah.
So you think we're
Correct.
getting? You wouldn't be shocked if we get Boston, Cleveland, and then Houston Thunder.
If we're going with how sports have gone
If-
for the last calendar year, yeah.
So you think Celtics will blow through, steamroll essentially?
Yes, the Celtics
Cleveland,
are going to steamroll the Eastern Conference. Cleveland is a fucking
I'll take
joke.
you up on that bet. They'll definitely.
We're
beat
not getting hit with a
Celtics
baseball
game.
bat, but if you want to think of a bet thing,
I don't know. Fucking shotgun wound to
Ben,
the
you got
leg,
any ideas?
know?
Any bets?
Dye your hair.
More with the hair. I can't fucking do the hair bets.
I just got my first haircut since I had to shave it.
That is true.
Shave,
Bleach your hair.
Ready?
Bleach your
Shave
hair.
your eyebrows.
No, we can't do the hair stuff.
Brutally mauled by wolves. No.
You could take a kick from a. You could take a kick from some. You could
I
probably know.
got chop your leg up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to do that?
What do I get if you lose?
I don't know. Handshake or something.
What? All right, we'll think
the
on
ability
this.
to, I don't know, spend time
But
with me and
yes,
call me.
I am.
Get
I
some
am.
eggs thrown at you.
Yeah,
I am sorry.
I don't know,
The
manicure.
Cavs remind me of just another team in the, and same with the Thunder and the Rockets, regular season teams that are going to get beat by more veteran, more experienced teams in the NBA. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting take.
I mean, I literally went to one. I've been to one Celtics game in my life. Well, actually, I've seen them more than once, but at TD Garden, and I saw NBA history with their 5th and 6th best fucking scorer hitting threes.
Simon, if you were good at betting recently, I would believe in you. but I just from stats alone or history proves itself, I'm gonna fade you.
Well, I'm giving a take. You can fade me on it. Anybody can fade me if they want.
I mean, I told Matt at the PFL we had a kid coming up to betting, and I know when I'm getting cooked. That's different. I mean, he literally came up to me and he's like, "Who do you got in the next one?" And I'm a big MMA buff. I don't really know too much, at least for the new guys in the PFL a little bit. He came up to me, he's like, "Who do you got, man? You're the combat sports guy." I go, "Listen, I've lost the past 3." I go, "Fade me," and he did, and he won. So
Dude took a plus 625 dog on me that I booked.
Bro.
And fucking hit it,
bro.
Unbelievable.
The fact, that was one of the biggest upsets. He had fucking Umar Nurmagomedov, who just fought Merab Dvalishvili in his fucking corner. He fights out of fucking Khabib's camp. Almost, I think he had 1 loss on his record, essentially, but it was in the previous undefeated Russian, minus 1,200 at closing odds. This guy was a plus 6 something. Of course, wins. So. Yeah, honestly, you never know. That's why I'm like, you're naming sports. I go, as of lately, not just combat sports where I'm heavy in, but all sports in general. It's not that it's unpredictable, but it's like you kind of have.
Yeah, but I want to sit here on the show and give my opinion of what I think is going to happen for the NBA playoffs. I haven't heard any opinion from you on what you think, Matt.
What I think that Celtics Cavs are probably going to end up in the finals. I genuinely, as a Celtics fan, I want to see them win. I'm not going to pick them right now and say they will win that series easily. And then literally all I care about in the West is just at some point or another, getting that Warriors-Lakers. I think that would be cool. I agree with you there. I think that would be a really fun thing for the NBA and for.
So I know we're not
all of us.
Huge NBA guys, but how much do we think the experience is going to matter? Because we do have 2 young teams in the West, the Thunder and the Rockets, that had a great regular season, but they're going to go against, it could be the Lakers and the Warriors who have had this championship experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see that chemistry with Luka going in with the Lakers for this. So, I mean, he's been on point lately. He was at a rough start, at least getting in there, but that's all counts with team chemistry, and I think a lot of it has to do with camaraderie and how things are played. Because each person, and I was who was it? I forgot who was talking about it. But I think it was maybe Shaq. But it's having a lot of stars on a basketball team could conflict because everyone thinks that they are the guy to take that shot when it's a fucking buzzer beater, or they're the guy to run it into the basket or take that.
Well, the Warriors know it's going to Steph Curry.
Well, I mean, that's evident, but that's why. But he's been there for quite some time. But now you have an all-star and Luka coming to the Lakers, where it's like
that'll be interesting.
That chemistry matters a lot, at least. And having maybe too much star power on a team without that chemistry could be confliction for a lot of these players. But it'll be interesting to see crunch time. Like I said, there's going to be some very clutch moments in these NBA playoffs, and I wonder who's going to get the ball for those clutch moments. Is it going to go to LeBron? Is it going to go to Luka?
I think it should go to Luka, even though I'm a LeBron guy.
All right. That's an interesting take. I would still, honestly, because he's been there for so long, why LeBron is the guy,
Luka's been pretty friggin' fire in the playoffs. Like, he's just... he played well against the Celtics. They won in 5.
They're down by 2. They're down by 2. They need a 3-pointer to win. Are you throwing it to LeBron?
I'm giving it to
Luka?
Luka. What are you doing?
Well, considering they didn't get the ball to LeBron in 2016 and they let Kyrie go ISO for that shot, I genuinely don't know. I think that they draw up a play for LeBron.
Yeah, that's what I would think too.
But to be honest, if they're down by 2, I think they would draw up a play for LeBron to drive to the basket. Exactly.
Yeah,
and then maybe you do have Luka out there for a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. If LeBron drives, then
we'll
Luka's
see. It'll be
wide.
interesting to see what they do. JJ Redick's been great for them. But all the rotations are going to tighten up now. So, like the Thunder, they have a lot of young guys. They're great. The Warriors are going to go like 8 deep.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. We got some great series in the West. They all kind of ended up at the same record. So,
who you got in the finals, NBA?
Celtics, and I'm gonna go bold. I'm gonna go Warriors.
You think the Warriors are gonna be?
I'm gonna go bold. I'm gonna go a little risque. I'm gonna go
who
Celtics.
wins? Who
Warriors.
wins?
Yeah, who wins? Because that's a rematch of what? 23?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
22? 22.
I gotta go Celtics here, bro.
Matt,
They're just
do you
so
agree?
stacked.
Do you agree? Who do you got
It
in
would
the
be
finals?
a great series, though.
I think we all have Celtics on the
Celtics
East.
out of the East.
Yeah.
I could see the Cavs, but I will go with
The
Celtics
West
coming out of the
is
East.
so hard.
Yeah, the West, it's a toss-up. You could see LeBron and Luka getting red hot. You could see Steph and the Warriors getting hot. you could see
One of the young
OKC,
teams,
you could see OKC just live up to their regular season record and steamroll their way through.
We still got the Clippers and Denver and Minnesota. I mean, I don't think Minnesota's going to go that far, but
as a Celtics fan, of course, I want to see them win it. If the Celtics weren't in the playoffs this year, or if they get bumped early somehow, I think I would pivot to a Steph ring or OKC ring. I would love to see either, Steph get another just because
playoff Jimmy Butler, who has been very good for the Heat, I think he's going to show up.
You think?
For the Warriors. Yeah, I think
people down here hate that guy.
Yeah,
they fucking hate him.
He was an 8 seed and they beat the Bucks a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. They loved. Oh, Jimmy came up clutch, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting in the West. I will not watch Knicks, Pistons, and whatever the fuck else is in the East first round.
Yeah, nobody cares. I mean, I don't care.
No, the West is gonna get all the ratings. It's gonna be Anthony Edwards is playing against LeBron. I love Anthony Edwards. I think he's great for the league. It's gonna be a good series. So we'll get some good teams, and then we got NHL playoffs also.
I was the Panthers game live. You have fun?
It was good. Yeah, it was. They lost. They were up 3-1. So all my free play bets fucking lost. So I'm not happy about that.
So you're still betting? You just lied to me.
No, free
Free
play.
play.
Hard Rock actually gave out $20 last night at the game. I wanted to talk
fucking
about
bastards.
that. What is with these $20 things, Matt? Come on.
Dude.
They just give out $20
Pull out
right.
your phone and open
So
up
do
the
you
Hard
guys
Rock
think?
app.
So do you guys think this is a fucking scam? Because Panthers, Hard Rock, we're fucking local. Here's $20. Hey, third period, you guys are gonna fucking really tank this. All right, we need you. So all the money goes to fucking Rangers.
Maybe.
Tell me that's not a fucking scam. Oh, here's some free play if you go to the goddamn Panthers game and they just blow it.
Panthers were sitting a bunch of their
Bro,
guys.
a fucking 4-point spread.
Yeah, it was
off that.
3-1,
That's
right, Matt?
nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And that's why
In
when I
hockey.
took the Panthers by 1 for $20 to win $44. Could have used the $44, but the free plays just and Hard Rock doesn't. We found out. I don't know why they don't really treat their diamond customers very well, Matt. What's the deal with that?
They have no competition.
It doesn't mean you need to treat your customers like shit.
Why? Why spend extra money on your customers if you have nowhere for them to go?
Fair. That's fair. I don't know why people like them. They took 2 months to pay me for the Super Bowl last year. Thank you for taking 2 months to pay me for my overtime bet.
What was it? How much did you win?
From them was 17. And then another 13 on the offshores.
And it took.
And the offshores paid me in 2 days.
Oh.
Don't need to go through my bank account.
So who do you like, Simon, in terms of betting?
What do you mean?
You like betting offshore?
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's your main ticket.
I'm used to that. That's what I was doing in college, with the local bookies and stuff. And now it's moved on to more national books with actual funding to get people paid.
So you like highly illegal activity? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I just like the offshores. I mean, they're big. I mean, you watch UFC fights with Steak and some of those offshores using their branding and stuff. They're just based offshore and they're not in the United States.
I'm just fucking with you, Simon. Yeah. But yeah, no, I agree. And also the lines are better. So.
It depends. I mean, if you're Hard Rock, why would you set lines, better than anyone else? You don't need to. So, I don't know. They're an interesting organization.
Yeah. Well, I could hear you rant about the Hard Rock and why you don't like them, and we'll make sure we'll send a nice letter to them through Pigeon to see if they get it. But more into the NHL. So you're getting into it, right? Or is this just?
I'll get into the playoffs. We got some interns researching some stuff.
Well, we have the Panthers, of course, returning fucking national champions over here.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of their disgusting loss yesterday, that cost me money. But
Did you actually bet on them?
I don't know. I just fucking followed the m.v.p. over here and fucking lost everything.
All right. This is my 10-second. Jesus, if you see something on social, doesn't mean fucking tail everything. Some of it's for fucking clickbait and eyeballs. If you want real access, go to the Discord, go to Winnable, and follow the picks.
Yeah, don't believe everything that's posted for your eyes.
I mean, Ray just. Well, what did you tail that Titans bet? Oh God, the fucking Titans.
No, I think it was Titans or Saints. I forgot what
Titans.
it was.
It was definitely not
I don't know.
Saints.
I tailed a Saints bet from you, and they got blown out. And I was like, what am I doing?
I think my record of bets since knowing Ray is just terrible. I have to put the blame on him, honestly.
Yeah, same with me and you. I was doing pretty well until I met you. I thought I was a combat sports buff, and I was like, what am I? I got to be a goddamn casual the way I was betting. Holy shit. But NHL is going to be fun.
I hope the Panthers win it. I mean, that's all I can
think
say.
Panthers are going to win it all? They don't.
It's,
I mean,
they've been
I
in the
want
last
the
2
Devils,
years.
but the Devils are not.
They look.
They stumbled their way into the playoffs big time.
Are you a
but
New Jersey Devils guy?
Yeah.
That's your team.
But I feel like in NHL, if you have a good goalie and like you could get kind of hot,
Yeah,
in a
there
different
is
seed,
there is no like. It doesn't matter. I mean, look at the Capitals. The Capitals have been like they notoriously choke in the playoffs year in and year out.
I'd love to see Ovi fucking.
Of course, everyone wants to see him, win again. They won one in 17, but like, bro, they've been the 1 or the 2 seed probably 60 or 70% of the time since in the last decade, and they've only got 1 ring to show for it.
Wow.
Hockey, there's so much like what's the word I'm looking for? Variance. Thank you.
Yeah, the
there's
playoffs.
so
is,
much.
I mean, the playoffs is great. For
All you
hockey.
need is a hot goalie, and the team rallies around the hot goalie, and next thing you know, you're squeaking by into the conference finals, and anything can happen at that point.
Also, Matt, do you want to share about that Canucks game? Probably one of the worst beats you'll ever see.
Yeah, I mean, I on the side, I write action, and there was some guy, one of my bigger boys that likes to lay action through me. He had 2 parlays going. Last leg for each parlay was the Canucks. One of them was Canucks money line. No, my bad. One of them was Stars money line. The other one was Stars -1.5. Canucks were down 3 with a minute left in the game. I'm pissed because this guy's about to hit us for about 5,600, combining the 2 parlays. I'm pissed. I turn off the TV. I turn on a different game. Turn on Islanders Predators. Islanders go up 6-4. Predators tie it up. 2 goals in the final minute. I turn and look and say, why the fuck can't my team ever come back from 2 in a minute when I need them? Like, why is it never fucking my guys? And I just, for shits and giggles, refresh my phone and see that the Canucks have now won 6-5 over the Stars in overtime.
Wow.
And I went and looked at the highlights, and
It was
the
insane.
Stars gave up 3 goals in the final 59 seconds, the final minute.
Wow.
3 goals in OT.
How's that
regular-
even possible?
3 goals to
Wait,
tie?
I remember.
Yeah.
I was gonna bet on the over.
That game was nuts.
And you're right. It was like a fucking.
That was NHL history. We
Yeah,
literally
it was
saw
the
it.
only time that a team has come back from down 3 in a minute.
And then
I
they scored
remember
the one in
looking at
overtime too, which
Yeah.
is fucking
And then,
nuts.
yeah, they
that
won it,
goalie
yeah,
must
so-
have had a rough night of sleep because I sure as fuck
I
would've.
remember I didn't watch it, but I was just looking at it. I was scrolling through because I was looking at what to bet on live and everything. I don't always bet, but I take a look and I'm like, if I like something, I'll throw something on it. But I remember that game because what I'm starting to realize, and maybe you guys could fucking correct me here, a percentage of these, and this is maybe a tip. I'm not a fucking hockey capper, but I've been looking at it a lot. There's a lot of overs you could bet on the last fucking 5 minutes of the third period. Majority of the time, there has been a goal scored, and now those 70% of the time I have looked where it's like fucking.
I'm gonna have the interns actually.
It's 2-1 going into the third, and it goes over under 3, like 3.5, over under 3.5. I will bet the over probably the majority of the time because they'll pull the goalie and then they'll fucking get it in, or they'll go 6
saw
on
one late last
or they'll
night.
go 6 on 5 and they'll score another goal and they'll go in OT.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, the majority of times that I've bet, I'm betting the over in the third period live. I don't know if that's a fucking thing. If we have some NHL cappers, maybe that's somebody we should look into, getting somebody who's an NHL capper in here. I would love to talk to him about that.
Zach's gonna be
from
doing some
fucking-
NHL picks for us.
The Zach and the guy who fucking butchered last night's pick. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I'm sure he's fucking great.
We love Zach.
No,
He
no,
knows what
great. He's a
doing.
great guy. I mean, I never met him. He followed me on Instagram, but yeah, he's a good guy. But outside of that pick, he holds no value with me. I'll tell you that much. I don't know. Maybe you guys fed him too many fucking Bud Lights last night, and he was just like,
Corona.
yeah, sure.
I don't drink
Coors.
Bud
He
Light.
goes
Yeah.
Corona.
Or, I
Sorry.
mean, Coors. Yeah, I don't drink.
He's a
Bud Light.
classy man. He's
I don't drink
Coors.
Bud Light. Yeah, for whatever.
The mountains
reason.
are blue.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we'll get Zach in here to have us lose more money, and that'd be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the fantastic. So, no, I'm sure he's a great guy, Zach. We love you. I'm sure he's watching this show right now as a dedicated fan. That's right.
Love you, Zach.
Love you. Yeah, tell him you love him right to the camera.
Love
Right
you, Zach.
now. Yeah, he loves you
Coors
so much.
Light, baby.
Ben, do you know Zach? Is he a good guy?
He does his own
Ben's
show.
like over
Yeah,
there,
good
like
guy.
blowing
Yeah.
a cloud of smoke out of his mouth.
Ben's throwing O's.
Oh
up.
yeah, we found out yesterday that Ben plays basketball.
Yeah.
Pick
Yeah.
up basketball?
Pretty good at basketball.
Yeah, I can ball.
I'm
That was the
shocked.
most humble I can ball ever. It's like, yeah, I'll fuck you up on a
I cannot
one-on-one.
believe Ben plays basketball, but hey.
No, I'm
eventually-
always the last pick, and then at the end of the game, they're always like, "Why weren't you the first pick?"
That happens.
It's all good. But
That's cool. If we ever do one-on-one and I'm a captain, I'll make sure I pick you last because you're a sleeper.
I usually get picked last, even though I used to play basketball.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie,
never-
I couldn't
Simon.
believe you playing basketball.
I got videos of it.
Simon, I would pick you last too.
All right. Well, that's fair. That's all right. That's all
I
right.
lost 85 pounds playing basketball.
Holy
Jesus.
shit.
And when I moved down here, I never played ball before, and I didn't have any friends, so I came and I just was playing the basketball court, and it was
Are
just,
you a 3-point shooter?
no, I'm a driver.
Nice.
Oh shit,
Love
man.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
Like getting fouled.
Yeah, but bro, the thing is, I don't know. I've been learning the game more and more as I've been watching it. So like, bro, whenever I play, people foul me all the time. They're like, "Why aren't you calling that?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know, man. Like, I don't know when
just-
someone calls. I'm just trying to play the game. I'm not."
Wow.
They
I
used,
love
to,
this.
they used to call Simon LA Fitness Finest. They used to go in there fucking just dunk on these people.
Ugh, I was never able to dunk,
I would love
unfortunately,
to watch you
but
try to dunk at least.
Also, I'm getting antsy here because I need to talk some NFL.
All right, Simon. Well,
Are
this
we
will be
almost done?
No.
Yeah, but we gotta get
Anyway,
NFL.
that's it for MVP.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
All right, no. Let's dive in. We got the NFL draft coming up, Simon. I'm sure you're
Next week, all right.
I know
he's so sick of it,
You're
but it's fucking
freaking out.
next week.
You're spewing. You got fumes out of your ears. What
Yes.
the fuck is going on with the NFL draft? There's been a couple pro days here. Has anything impressed you? What do you think about
Apparently,
Travis Hunt?
Shadura was working out with the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, there's some
He's
things.
like playing with stuff. He gives no shits.
Nope. Not a single
I
one.
hope your Patriots lose their draft pick off of some bullshit.
Sounds good.
So what's your overall take? We got the NFL
Well,
draft
Cam
coming up.
Ward's going 1. Tennessee. I
They
think
need it. I mean, what do you think about Will Levis? They're gonna.
no. Will Levis lost me. Titans are very. I don't know. I bet on them a lot over the years.
I hope I'll never bet on the Titans ever again.
Well, once
Ever.
they lost Vrabel, they kind of sucked as underdogs and whatever.
Well, that's why New England's coming back. They got fucking.
And New England
Vrabel,
is
baby.
coming back. New England over 7.5 wins. We'll dive into win totals. Maybe next week.
I think they'll have over
We should
7.5.
definitely wait longer than next week to do win totals.
Why?
Because, dude, we haven't
Colin
even seen
Coward
these
and
guys
J
go.
Mac
We haven't
already
even-
did it.
Hey,
And they're Colin Coward.
guys, we are going to be doing NFL Super Bowl predictions next week.
Yeah,
all right.
like we haven't even seen these rookies do OTAs yet.
We
Guys,
don't need to
guys,
see shit.
guys,
None
we
of
are
the-
predicting Rookie of the Year next week. All right, stay tuned. It's going to be amazing.
Well,
Half
actually, one
these
of the-
teams are going to lose like at least 1 or 2 starters to the training camp injuries. Like
Let's talk about who's going to win the 2030 NFL Super Bowl right
literally,
now.
Simon.
Right now,
Yeah, let's do it.
who wins?
Commanders.
Come in. I can see it.
Still kind of a realistic.
Jaden Daniels is pretty
nasty.
What do you think about fucking? You hear about that? The NFL, the fucking Lacy guy from LSU.
Oh yeah, sad.
Yeah. he's
Oh,
first round
that
projected.
passed away.
Yeah.
Committed suicide.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole story with that. I was trying to read it. He was a part of a hit and run homicide,
And then I guess that was weighing on him for a little bit.
well, it was weighing, and he went from being a day 2 guy to being completely off the board in a lot of teams'
Jesus.
eyes. So he was just depressed. And
It's gonna be. It's in Green Bay actually. The draft, which is exciting.
yeah, but you're
What do
not-
you guys?
what a pivot from Lacey.
Ben's laughing.
Yeah, no, sorry, rest in peace. So the draft is in Green Bay. A lot of cheese and beer gonna be there.
What
He goes,
do
he
we?
goes, poor Lacey over here. Anyway, I got all these yummy shrimps I ate yesterday. I loved that this deli sub place, Moe's or whatever the fuck
Shout
that
out what
place.
sub, yeah.
Shout
Seeds
out-
or no
he
seeds.
goes, shout out what subs after a suicide. You fucking psychopath.
Yeah, that would be.
All
me.
right. Anyway,
But
what do you think?
no. I wanted to ask you two. What do you guys think of the draft being moved every year? You think it's cool or it's whatever? You probably don't give a shit.
No, gives every fan base a chance to
Like if you lived
show
in
out.
Green Bay, I could see you fucking being shirtless with your chest painted or something. I don't know. That's something.
Went to my first game this fall. It was fun. I haven't been to Foxborough yet, but I do want to go there. I know you've
a good
been a
time.
while ago. I
a
think.
while ago when I was a kid, but yeah, it was a cool experience. That was back when Brady was slinging it, man. That was cool.
Legend.
Yeah.
And Matt now has a Randy Moss jersey. He never even told the people one. That was. Did you get the frame yet?
one assigned for Randy Moss jersey, and no,
Oh wow.
I'm expensing other things than my Randy Moss frame.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's very upsetting for you, Simon. But anything else you'd like to discuss for NFL that you need to?
No, I mean it's kind of a
Get off
weak.
your
It's kind of a
chest.
weak class this year overall. Ashton Genty is going to be sexy name at the top that people want to see where he goes.
Say sexy name.
I don't know. He's a fucking running back that everybody knew from
You could
college.
just say he's like a hot name, and not say.
I don't know. Our one
was
of
an
our
interesting
good
take.
friends, Poppy. He's a big Cam Scattaboo guy, so we're interested to see.
I like
Everybody loves him. Everybody
Scattaboo,
loves
bro.
Scattaboo, bro.
Scattaboo's cool.
I don't even know where he's gonna go exactly, but I think he's gonna end up with like a good organization.
First
and that's
round,
the biggest
first
thing in
round
the
or
draft.
second.
He's not going in the first round.
You don't think later?
No, I could see him going. I could see him ending up like somewhere like Houston.
You know, you know where I could see Scattaboo at the Raiders for no reason.
Well, to be honest, I think they're going to go.
No,
Genty.
they're gonna go Genty.
Yeah.
I think.
So I mean, it'd be nuts for them to double up. But
What if
wouldn't that be
like the Chiefs just take Scattaboo?
I don't know.
I wouldn't like him.
What is with you in the hating on the Chiefs?
Same reason that everybody hated on New England. They're tired of it.
Yeah.
Well, J Mac from the Herd said that he thinks the Chiefs aren't going to make the playoffs.
I don't know. I'm not going to go that
Well,
far.
J Mac could go fuck himself. All right. So
I'd love to meet him. He's a very nice guy. He plays recreational basketball a lot with Ben.
You're probably in the top 1% of herd
Ben
listeners.
goes-
I actually, lost the YouTube TV service because of a behind on credit card bills, so we're kind of pausing that for now.
Well, outside of letting your fans know and the people that watch the show from your financial debt, Simon, you
That's
can
all
just, let them know that you're really struggling financially on this show, bro.
Hey guys, I run a company, but it's not profitable at the moment. So credit card bills are late. But
I want to
it's
let
gonna
everyone know
fix.
that I do, in fact, drive Uber because I'm in a massive amounts of debt from a failing company. Simon, thank you so much for announcing this on the MVP show. We really,
Actually, you just announced it.
our loving and owner CEO is suffering.
And the real question is, when's the last time Ray hit a UFC bet or PFL?
Yeah, it's been. I mean, but I'm not financially suffering. But yeah, it does hurt.
Hey, the good things about being on offshores is you can get discounts, free play. Hard Rock, you don't get shit.
Speaking of that, where's my fucking free play from this week, asshole? That's discussed outside of here, but yeah, I took a whack this week. But anyway, that's besides the point.
Yeah, I've been in a worse whack recently.
Yeah, it's-
College basketball, I'm just done with. March Madness can go fuck itself.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Anything else in terms of the NFL? Other than that, we can wrap it up. I know, Matt, I know you don't have a gas station review, but you got some cold heating up. I don't know if you want to review that.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, Matt's.
What has he got?
It's one of the.
Playing with the microphone.
Yeah. It's one of the new Valor drinks.
It's in the freezer.
Also,
Oh no, the fridge. I think I fucking put it in the fridge
quick.
like an idiot. But whatever.
Ray, did we get an update from Valor? Did the Backyard 9 boys, did they hit all 3 hole-in-ones?
It's 2. James
Oh,
cracked
my-
in 2. James cracked in 2, bro.
All right, we got.
All right, here we go.
We got
Matt,
Valor.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Nitrogen infused
I'm
tropical
interested.
cream.
He's very blunt. This is my favorite.
Oh, I don't like the color already.
Yeah, it's pineapple.
Yeah,
It's
I
yellow.
don't like that.
Pissed.
It's a weird texture.
It's just smooth. It's not carbonated. Let's see.
It plays. Not a C4 or a Ghost or a Monster.
Only 30 calories, though.
Yeah, no, great numbers. I was looking at them. I was looking at them at the PFL. 175 milligrams of caffeine, a little light for the caffeine. I usually pound.
Do they have extra caffeine on those? Or some of those?
It's a healthy energy.
Look at the
drink.
color of that though. Look, it's like cream colored.
Simon will tail on anything you say to him. He's like,
No, that is a little for what I usually drink, which is probably just all chemicals.
Oh no, I'm well aware. That's my favorite drink.
I gotta say, I love the Valor logo.
Great
On
logo.
the fucking can. That's
Great
a
logo,
fucking
great
logo.
can, all of it. I don't know. I'll give it like a 6-7.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like trash it because it's not awful, but it's not up there with the C4 in them.
Well, what is their most well-known drink, Valor?
I mean, the company's very fucking 4 months old, so this is that can hasn't even been released to the public yet.
Holy shit.
That's a brand new, flavor.
11% juice.
Yeah. Healthy alternative. Thank you, Matt, for that. That's a like the straight, it's real opinion right there.
Yeah.
From
I
big-
do also like carbonation.
Did you try any of the other flavors of the PFL?
At the PFL, no. At PFL, I was just pounding neutrals and pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
Oh, pigs in a bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was loading
Oh,
up on the
pounding.
beer cheese.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Then the
Disgusting.
sliders in the Nashville,
I
Tennessee.
think we should go over one time on
Yeah.
this show, just like everybody's like top 5 sports bar like food items.
I mean,
I would have the best.
What would you have?
Yeah, what was that? What does that even
Mozzarella
mean?
sticks for sure.
Okay.
All right.
Bone-in wings with the goddamn boneless fucking.
You are the worst wing eater ever. I have pictures of him eating wings because it's so disgusting. He's like, and like he has like by the end he has like 50 fucking napkins just piled up on top of each other because he makes such a mess.
I mean, it is wings. They're not going on a fucking date when eating wings, right?
That'd be interesting, yeah. I noticed one thing that I fucked up on real quick, has nothing to do with sports at all. If you are going on a first date, don't take a girl on a first date to a Brazilian all-you-can-eat steakhouse. Don't do that.
I would never do that.
Yeah, I fucked up because I am the kind of guy who's competitive, and I'm like, I got to get the best bang of my buck, so I got to eat everything in fucking sight, and then I feel like shit, and I want to die. And the girl's like, what's wrong with this guy? And I'm hunched over the table going, oh. And the girl's just looking at me, and she had one piece of steak, and I'm just like eating the cheese bread. I'm like, this is a lot of money.
Cheese
like,
bread
fucking
is fire.
eat your food.
Yeah, the meat sweats really come out.
Yeah, don't do that. But anyway, we'll talk about more of that on our next episode because that's what we are here for with sports betting, with best bar food to eat at a sports bar. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Petey and Sugar Sean O'Malley for onjoining us and being a nice guest. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you more about MLB, and we'll take your bets on this week. Hopefully they hit. So once again, thank you guys so much for joining us. Check us out at MVP at Winnable, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.